Hey there. If you're watching this video, you probably know what Remote Desktop Protocol is, and you're probably familiar with Microsoft's default Remote Desktop application. But you might not be aware that Microsoft actually has a separate Remote Desktop program that makes it a bit easier to manage a bunch of RDP connections at once. This would be the Remote Desktop Connection Manager. This program is a part of Microsoft's Sysinternals tool suite. It is free to use, and you don't need a fancy Windows Pro or Enterprise license to use it. So in this video, I'll give a little demo on installing the program and managing a few RDP connections to some public cloud Windows servers and then a couple of boxes on my LAN. Let's get started. So I'm on Microsoft's Sysinternals website looking at RDCMan. You could just download this program by itself with this link. I'm only covering RDCMan in this video, but if you wanted to download the entire Sysinternals tool suite, you could do that too. But I want to be a little special and install RDCMan with the PowerShell winget command. This is the Windows built-in package manager, very similar to apt on Debian-based Linux distros or Pacman on Arch. Obviously, you don't need to use winget, but I think it's a very cool Windows tool that I don't hear talked about a lot, so I want to show it off every chance I get. I'm in a PowerShell window. I'll run winget search sysinternals to look through the Windows repo. If you wanted to install the full sysinternals suite, you just choose this option, but I only want RDCMan, so I'll go for this option. I'll run winget install and then the app ID. Now it's installed and you can access it via the GUI like any other normal program, but I'll go ahead and just open it via the command line alias RDCMan, which is set when you install it. First thing, we see a blank window. I'll make a new RDC configuration file. Then this makes the main parent folder for all subsequent configurations. Taking a step back for a second, here's a little network diagram of my lab environment. All these systems have RDP running and I want to connect to them from RDCMan, and I'll emulate this look in RDCMan too. Just wanted to show what I'm going for here. So a nice little spread of some Linux systems locally and then some Windows servers in the cloud. But back in my app, I'll add a group for my AWS servers and then one for my local systems. Now in this program, configurations can be shared and inherited in parent-child relationships. I'll have two Windows servers in my AWS group. If I go to my AWS group properties, remote desktop settings, I can set the screen size to same as a client area. So now any servers made under this group will inherit the setting by default. The same goes for every other setting here. Next, I need to set the system that I will actually RDP into. So I'll choose add a server. Server name can be the IP address or FQDN of the device you want to RDP into. Display name is just an arbitrary alias. I'll set the RDP username and password under logon credentials. Hit add. Then just double click to connect. And I'm in. All right, that was pretty easy. So I'll go ahead and add my other Windows server that is hosted on AWS. And just like that, I have access to that one too. Now, adding anything else is almost an identical process, regardless of the group. Under my group for my locally hosted stuff, I'll go ahead and add Kali, then Linux Mint, then my Raspberry Pi 5, and then I'll make sure that I save this main configuration file so I don't have to redo anything. At this point, I have all my computers connected, and just looking at this layout kind of shows something cool about this app. It is very seamless to transition between different remote desktop environments and different systems. If you click on the parent folders, you can see the little thumbnail with what's going on the screen of an RDP session at a given time. If you wanted to disconnect from one, literally just choose disconnect. And to reestablish that RDP connection, just hit connect again on the server object. And remember, most of your configurations are saved in whatever RDG file you created in the beginning. I did not want to go through every little setting in Remote Desktop Connection Manager in this video. I just wanted to keep it more high level, but I think you should have a pretty good idea of this tool's functionality at this point. Admittedly, if you only have like one or two RDP sessions in your home lab or wherever, and you only connect once in a while, you might just be better off using the regular Remote Desktop Connection app like you probably already do. But RDC Manager can be really convenient, especially when you start adding a lot more servers. It is absolutely worth mentioning that RDCMan only works with Remote Desktop Protocol, So no VNC, no SSH, or other things. But depending on your use case, that might not be an issue. In my personal experience, I've had issues getting RDP to work on some Linux distros using things like Wayland. One example is Ubuntu Desktop's newest LTS version, so Ubuntu Desktop 26.04. Now, this could just be a skill issue on my part, but as you saw, I did get RDP working on Kali Linux, Linux Mint, and Raspberry Pi OS. What do these three share in common in my lab? They are running X11, not Wayland. But do note that I had to change my Raspberry Pi settings to use X11 because it uses Wayland by default. If you wanted an all-in-one solution for the various remote access protocols, you might want to look at things like Apache Guacamole or mRemote NG instead. However, at the end of the day, Remote Desktop Connection Manager is just one more tool for your tool belt, and I think it's good to know multiple ways to get what you need done. Well, that's about it for this video. Hopefully you learned something.